Welcome back to the Zombie Slayer headquarters, gentlemen, and I've got a crazy one for you today. So we've just hit 502, which is absolutely insane, which I'll show you how to get very, very soon. And please do not just skip through to the code. This will require a decent bit of meticulous detail. So please watch the entire thing and please pay close attention to what I'm actually doing. If you guys want to follow along and do exactly as I do as well, you should have no issues at all. It does seem like the XP cap has increased from 1.5 million to around, I would say 2.5 to 5 million. It's obviously more information we're going to need. 3 hours the XP cap does fully reset, but it did reset midday today. So I'll keep you guys updated on that on the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, definitely jump in the description and join up. I did actually release this yesterday, so you guys would have known a day earlier if you was in the Discord already. It's where we post all the latest and greatest discoveries, all the best Battlefield exploits as well as others. And thank you so much for 13,000 members. It's absolutely insane. Still climbing like crazy. And basically what I've done is I've optimized the previous version, the 1J9T, the vehicle destruction loop farm. Now I've managed to get it completely infinite, so it loops consistently through the entire 60 minutes. Previous lobby was 45 minutes max. This one can go on for 60 minutes. And also you won't be missing out on any kills at all because I've put the AI count to 63. So there's never going to be any delay whatsoever where there won't be a AI spawning in the Jeep. There used to be pockets where AI wouldn't spawn is in the chain explosion and you'd miss out on a lot of kills and XP. So now you get over 2 times the amount of XP, which is absolutely insane. Highest I've got so far is like 6,500 kill chain. I'm sure you guys can get more. Okay, let's get to it. So for the code, I'm going to type in ZG6YE, zslayerhq LSFY copy, 306 already in Discord, and then we're going to go to host. Again, persistent server does not matter. Doesn't matter at all if you hit persistent server. We're going to host and then just give it a couple clicks until you guys are in. Obviously it may take longer, especially considering more people are going to be doing this now. This is uploaded. I was going to leave this be uploaded until Thursday, but one of the guys from the Discord uploaded it a little bit early. Unfortunately, it's likely to be patched by next week. Fingers crossed we'll get the weekend at least. Okay, cool. Now we're going to load in. And as you see here, the bots are going to populate up to 63. Now follow my instructions very, very clearly. Do not skip through and then ask questions in the comments or the Discord. So you're just going to go recon because you want the C4. And I'll show you guys why that is later. And then we're going to pick a gun. Let's do one that doesn't actually blow up cars, just as a demonstration. So do one of the carbines, for instance. And then what you want to do is you want to run straight here to this tank, no other vehicle. You want to edit loadout. You make sure you've got HE rounds, so high explosive. And this is so you can actually warp the ground. And I'll show you very, very soon. It's very, very important to know where to shoot. This is so we can get the infinite explosions. You're just going to continue this road up here. Then we're going to go to A site. And you're going to park up here and then use your explosive rounds. You want to shoot exactly where I am. Be fairly surgical with it. It is important where it actually is based on the vehicle's spawn location. So you can see this bit goes down, so you can just hit just here. Then this little crater here, you just want to hit like around here. And then you'll have one bit sticking up on the left hand side here. That looks like it didn't actually destroy. So here. Cool, it's fine that time. And then just this bit that's sticking up here. So you've got a total of five shots for destruction. Other than that, it won't actually warp the ground. So make sure you don't just randomly fire off shots. And then you can just do where it's like down a decent bit or where it's sticking up a decent bit. So yeah, that should be good enough. And then what you want to do is you want to wait for the vehicles to come up like this one. The AI is terrible. So what you're going to need to do a lot of the time is you can either wait a bit for them to come a bit closer, or you can push the vehicles in. Give them a little bit of assistance. Just give them a little bit of a helping hand. You know, like this one is not actually wanting to path, but usually they'll sit like around here. Then you'll have to push them. Okay, cool. It looks like he's moving over. Right, he's in the location now, and now we just wait for him to capture it. Once this is captured, what you'll notice is the vehicles spawn here. Cool. Now that's done. So yeah, now's A. And I'm just going to pull out this vehicle. And what you're gonna see is this guy's gonna be pretty much stuck, but he's gonna come up a bit. So you want to throw your C4 and use the gun that can't actually damage the vehicles. So pistols, for example, carbines can't damage them, stuff like that. And as you can see, infinite chain explosions. Look at the kill feed in the top right. Absolutely ridiculous. This is by far the best XP exploit we've had so far. Works for all weapons, completely unrestricted. Huge thanks to Zite from the Chinese community for actually finding this particular exploit. I've only just optimized it. So the reason why we destroy the floor as well is because you'd basically have instances where the vehicles, when they're chain explosion in, see how the spawn point is slightly different every time. So what it would do, the actual frame of the car would explode and be above here. The vehicle would clip into the floor and then spawn in the floor and go down all the way. And you'd have to wait, you'd probably be around 8 seconds for it to hit the bottom, the guy inside to die out, and then it'd respawn. So you wouldn't actually have permanent chain explosions, which is a problem, right? Yeah, but utilizing this method with the floor, you can like pretty much fully go AFK. Also, another tip for you guys: if we then redeploy and we actually sit inside a vehicle, any of the vehicles, all of the XP you accrue will also go to the weapon as well as the vehicle. So as long as you're sitting inside a vehicle, as well as getting the kills with the weapon in the top right, it counts towards the vehicle that you're in, as well as the weapon you shot the car with. And another tip as well: so if you guys want to stop the chain and redeploy and get another weapon, so say you got a weapon to level 50 and you want to stop it, so what you can do, I put it to 500 health, so you just run in, collide with the car itself, that will then stop the chain, and you'll notice this guy will drive off, but all you want to do is just kill the driver. And now he's dead, just give it a second, have a little bit of afterlife muscle issues. Right there, cool. So you see that? There's no driver in it, but the vehicle's still there, you're not getting the respawn. So this is taking up the spawn of this vehicle here. So what we can then do is redeploy, select our weapon, and come back. And if you guys want to use C4, what you can do is go grab a medic class. So just grab a medic class. And you just want to throw the bag at the side of the explosion radius. Come back, pick up your original class, and your bag will stay. Every time you redeploy, the bag will vanish. So just keep that in mind. If you guys wanted to resupply your C4s, here's how you do it. But again, all we want to do to restart, we just want to blow up the original vehicle. We do this, explode, chain explosion, start again, boom, done. Easy as that. Then we can just sit here, resupply. If we want to switch pistols as well, we can just run in, stop the chain explosion, do the same again, switch the pistol, explode, chain explosion starts again. You know I'm getting it with my pistol. And obviously, while the chain explosion's going on, you can literally just redeploy and sit in the spawn. So now if I wanted to, I could just go inside one of these vehicles here, and the explosions are still going off, we're still getting the kill chain, and I'd still be accruing XP for this. I'm actually XP capped currently. That's why I'm not actually getting any XP for it. But I do believe the XP cap is higher now from mine and the Discord's observations. Probably is anywhere from 2.5 million to 5 million, which is insane if that's the case. We'll see though, and I'll have more updates as soon as the XP cap resets in 3 hours for me currently. So it'll be 0 GMT or 0 UTC. So just scale that up to whatever your time is. I've also in the Discord, in the FAQ section, I've got a timestamp to your exact time the XP cap resets to. It adjusts your time zone. If it's the case that the driver somehow slips away from you and you need to kill it again, what you can do is you just need to drive around, destroy that vehicle, and it will respawn there. So any of the small jeeps, just try and find any of them around the map, this for example, and then if you destroy it, if it's the actual one that came from that spawn point, it will then respawn there immediately. You just want to go back as soon as possible and check that vehicle's there. And that's another scenario that could potentially happen while you're farming, or if the chain stops if you haven't done the ground properly. And then what you can do, just to go AFK for the full 60 minutes, you can just set a macro. So I've just activated my macro here, and it just presses tab for me every now and then, as well as clicks. So yeah, perfectly fine for AFKing for the entire duration. If you're not familiar with the exact ground setup, what you can do is basically just sit around and observe. The explosive chain doesn't stop, and then once you're comfortable knowing that it's not going to stop, you can then activate your macro. So I really hope you guys like this one. Hopefully it doesn't get patched. As I said, someone did upload it a little bit early. Tried to keep it as private as possible, obviously, and contain it within the Discord. So obviously you guys know the rules. No one talks about Fight Club. But I guess, yeah, if I do find anything early, maybe I'll just keep it to the private section from now on until it's an adequate time to release it, like on a Thursday, for example. But at least then we get some time to use it over the weekend. Just going to show you guys making the holes again. Okay, so here again. Going to shoot here. And here. And here. And here. We're going to inspect what's sticking up the most in the area. Around here, I'm just going to shoot here. And for anyone struggling, an instance of me pushing the AI into the A point. I was 2 minutes into the match. They're about here. And you just want to guide them over. If they try and turn around, just cut them off. You want them pathing towards A site. Okay, cool. He's reversing up. Got a good lineup. You just push him in. Now he's going to be capturing the point, and then I'm just going to stay here to keep him locked in there. Looks like one of the other cars is coming anyway, so yeah, I'm going to hold it here. Okay, you see how he went out there? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit here, block his path, without being on the point itself. Okay, point's about to be captured. Boom, all good, it's go time. This is the vehicle that spawned. Shoot, explode, chain explosions. Super easy. If you guys are struggling with the setup, just join the Discord and go to the help section. We'll help you guys out. Any questions at all, check the FAQ section or ask us in the Discord. More than happy to help. Yeah, so super awesome stuff. If you guys like the video, please drop me a like. It's extremely helpful for the algorithm and for us to do well, as well as dropping a sub and hitting the notification bell. That way you guys will know every single time I upload. Yep, so if you definitely want the latest and greatest, make sure to turn on the notification bell, join the Discord, and you always keep up to date with the best glitches and exploits and XP strats. Hey boys, that is enough from me. If I have anything else and any other updates, I will upload it on the Discord. I'll post it in announcements. So hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week and have fun maxing everything extremely easy. You can easily go over 2 million score per game. So I think the max is probably going to be around 2.5 million, which is going to be, you know, well over 2.5 million XP, probably within the 3 million XP range. Thank you for watching and peace out, Slayers.